This is Cassidy and Monse. This is day one of our trip to Europe. You know, in Canada and other countries, not the US, cigarettes have a warning label on them.
Oh, Mexico has that too.
Oh, well, it's just America. That sucks. We are severely sleep deprived, and we're getting on our second flight. All of us are sleep deprived.
And there's
3 hours of sleep. So we landed in Zurich and we changed and we're on a bus right now. And we have a whole itinerary planned for today. Yay, so excited. So what I didn't tell you is that we were all running on a cumulative 6 hours of sleep over 24 hours, and we couldn't go back to our hotel until 4:30, so we pretty much had a whole day planned, and this was on no sleep.
Hi guys, how are you? I'm
Wierderluege
and I'm your tour. Let's go.
Sunday?
What?
Sunday.
Let's go to eat something.
We're in a train
really
station
hot
right now.
Here downstairs.
This is your tour guide, Monse.
Yeah.
She totally knows where we're going.
Follow me, guys. I can speak Spanish, English, French,
A little bit of German from...
German. And
Did you know
all
that
the
German's
language.
actually the lingua franca here? I didn't know that.
Guten Morgen. Oui. Grazie.
So our first stop in Zurich was to this train station where they had all these shops underground. We first went to this grocery store to get some food, and I was in love. There's so much to choose from, especially in a foreign place. The sugar is way less.
Like, look at this.
And it's none of the super sugary ones. And like, speaking of health stuff, the smoothie I'm getting, it's on the E nutrition score. Whoops.
Because I spent $8 at that store, but it was like $9.
This is my grocery store haul. Pineapple smoothie. And then, can't hold all this.
You need
Yeah. Okay. And then, whatever this is, it looked really good. Some type of pastry. Raylan I got a fruit cup and a Coke. Mason got
Juice.
freshly squeezed pomegranate juice.
It's really good, but it's also like a lot.
And some pastry, I think.
Yeah,
the bread looks so good at this place. Yeah.
What is that?
So after we got done exploring the train station, we decided to explore some of Zurich. We did what you will call walking tour. And can I just say I fell in love. This might be one of my favorite cities we visited on this entire trip. It was so clean, so safe, it didn't smell, everything was gorgeous. Everywhere you looked, there were mountain views. It was simply amazing. And might I add, to start off all these vlogs, none of this video footage does any of the places justice. The color just isn't the same. You just don't, it's not the same. So just note that these places were 10 times prettier in person, but please enjoy the B-roll I got of all the places I visited. After 30 minutes of walking, we stumbled out onto this promenade that had the most beautiful lake view you have ever seen. It literally looked like a scene out of Frozen. We then started walking down some more streets to find the most beautiful lookout point you have ever seen. It overlooks the bluest river in Switzerland, which, fun fact, the blue is caused by glacial rock flour. And of course I had to get a gelato before we left Zurich. As we traveled through the Alps to our hotel near Lucerne, I just want to tell you some Switzerland fun facts, because if you're anything like a history nerd like I am, it's just fun to hear. So first one is that Switzerland actually has 4 languages. It's mainly comprised of German, and then French, Italian as a close third, and a teensy tiny bit of Switzerland is made up of Roman, a very old language. Secondly, the tops of the Alps that you are seeing right now are actually part of Africa because of converging tectonic plates. Also, this is the view by our hotel. It is simply awe-striking, is that a word? And we're staying at Hotel Twig, this cute little alpine hotel up in the middle of the mountains, and we actually got very lucky with our room. We have 2 bunk beds, 2 beds, enough for 4 girls, and I would say a sizable bathroom. And if you look outside, I just can't even believe this is our view. This is a regular hotel in Switzerland, and this is our view. Although these mountain views must be because our hotel has an elevation of almost 4,000 feet. Here is the breakfast spread of the day. In Europe, you can have all the bread you want and cheese and meat for breakfast. As we begin our second day of Switzerland, I just want you to count how many forms of transportation we take. This is actually our second, and it is only 8 in the morning. We took a bus to Lucerne, and now we're taking a gondola up to Mount Pilatus, which, if you didn't know, is the burial site of Pontius Pilatus, who is said to have crucified Jesus. Some other quick facts about Switzerland as a country are that Switzerland is actually not a part of the EU and has remained neutral in almost every world war, and just really doesn't have wars in general because they're very nice and harmonious people. And instead of states, Switzerland has what they call cantons, and they all have their own distinct flags. And now we're on Mount Pilatus, and we took that
That was
up.
terrifying. I never want to do that again.
We were right next to some guy who had really bad BO, but look at this. No, this is the other side. Wow. Hey guys, we're currently just casually hiking Mount Pilatus right now. Casually, on a Tuesday, you know. At, what time is it? 10?
10:05.
10:05. And this is us.
What?
Yeah. So, I'll show you when we get to the top.
To the top, to the top.
As we continue our ascent up the mountain, I want to point out that Swiss people are some of the kindest people I've ever met. We go down this super tiny hole, and we just randomly start talking with this guy who's hiking who says he lives here. Like, how cool is that to say you live in Switzerland and do this regularly? And then we went through these, like, little caves, and under this, like, I guess, hitch in the mountain, we found mountain goats. Guys, can you believe it? I saw mountain goats while I was in Switzerland. Crazy. We're on a train going down into a mountain right now. Have you been doing your counting? If you have, you would know this is our third form of transportation we've taken a day. And if you look to your left outside the window, you can see cattle. No, I'm not joking, cattle. Switzerland is literally a fairy tale. I was feeling a little bit peckish, so I got my first European pretzel. And that's before we got on our fourth form of transportation today, a boat. At this point, the sleep deprivation was kind of getting to me, but we have to push through. Newsflash, we switched transportation again. Now we're on a boat.
I look so sexy. What the hell?
This is the third type of transportation we've taken today alone.
I'm going to follow the bucket.
I know, we're both... Whenever, I feel like I'm good for, like, go, but whenever we take a break to, like, stop, I feel like I'm gonna, like, fall asleep.
Yeah.
But no one can sleep in Europe. Continuing with our Switzerland fun facts, as you may recall, chocolate is a big thing here. Lindt, which is primarily in the US, and Laderac, which is primarily in Switzerland, are two chocolate companies that used to be one company before they had a fight that caused them to both have vendettas against each other and ultimately split. Another reason I've fallen in love with Switzerland, look at these colors. The water here is just so enticing, so blue. It makes me want to drink it or jump in. After what seemed like an hour of boating, our boat docked in a city called Lucerne, south of Zurich. The city was founded in the 1300s or medieval times, so it's got some pretty cool architectural touches. It is home to Chapel Bridge, which was built in 1330 and hosts triangular pictures painted in the 1700s depicting Swiss culture, but it was ultimately burnt down and restoration acts were put in place. After a quick walking tour, our tour guide took us to the Swiss souvenir shop where we got a free keychain, and I was very shocked to find a wall filled with cuckoo clocks, which seems to be the norm here. Another Switzerland fun fact, Swiss guards were often sent to other countries to fight for said countries because Switzerland as a country remained neutral. This line monument symbolizes the Swiss guards who died protecting Tuileries Palace for King Louis XVI in the French Revolution. There was one major thing I had on my Switzerland bucket list, try fondue. After going to the Lion Monument, Mason and I stumbled around, possibly getting lost, trying to find a good fondue place. We ultimately ended up at the best place. It happened to be overlooking a river. Mason and I are trying fondue for the first time.
That's really good.
That's so good. Our waitress was literally amazing and showed us how to use everything. So we just finished fondue, and the waitress kind of looked at us funny because we ordered for one person and not two people. But I'm so glad we got it for one person. That was so filling. I don't know if you recall me filming, but this was filled all the way to the top, and then there was a thing of potatoes and bread, and it's just so filling. And I was like telling Mason, I was like, man, all carbs here. I feel so bad for eating like only carbs now, but then I remembered it's not like American carbs. I can eat whatever I want. It's like actually kind of good for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was 10 out of 10. You need to try. It seems Mason and I had gotten lucky. After our meal, our waitress brought us chocolates. She was actually the best service we've had. She even offered to take our picture and show us how to eat fondue. Afterwards, we went to Wierderluege, which is the famous Swiss chocolate store, to get our families some chocolate. And this majestic lake you see here? Oh, nothing. I just took a little dip in it for my last day in Switzerland. This happened to be the breakfast spread of the day. I still find it crazy how you can eat meat and cheese for breakfast. And might I add, the brie cheese was so amazing. It felt like a pillow. You were biting into a pillow. They were right about the cheese and the chocolate here. It was amazing. We got on the bus and said our goodbyes to a place that I will probably miss for the rest of my life until I revisit. Switzerland, I love you so much. You're gorgeous. You're straight out of a fairy tale. And yeah, I do not feel like I had enough time here at all. So I say my goodbyes now. See the next part of our trip in my next vlog, Italy.